So I'm gonna go ahead and apologize now. I'm in my car recording this audio, so please bear with me. The audio quality is not going to be the best, but before we get into it, just please leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. It helps me with the algorithm. But what I wanted to get on here and touch on real quick was the whole Charleston White, Little King situation that was playing out in front of us, where if you saw my previous video, I posted the video of Little King, making threats to Charleston White, and then I also added the response of Charleston White where he called CPS on King and Finesse2tymes for basically allowing this 10-year-old to become a menace to society at the young, ripe age of 10. So one thing that I want to take note of that I've been realizing in comments on social media, as well as the comments underneath some posts on YouTube, is black people kind of creating these excuses for Finesse2tymes and almost painting a picture as if the kid is in a better situation in his care than if he was in, the care of his mother and father. Now, the problem with this is that we connect finances primarily to someone's growth and development as it's the only thing that matters, and that's far from the truth. Little King might have access to all the jewelry someone might want. He might have access to the lifestyle that a lot of people might want. But at the end of the day, this 10-year-old is living a life of ruin in the sense that he's exposed to things that no 10-year-old should be exposed to. He's talking in ways that no 10-year-old should be talking. And quite frankly, if he's, making threats to someone that's 4 times his age at 10 years old, I can only imagine what he'd be doing at 21. So we kind of got to ask ourselves, why is it that we defend these rappers and defend the bullshit that they kind of help to continue within our community, like being a bad example for this 10-year-old Little King? So I really appreciate Charleston White, even though a lot of the things he says comes off as pretty hard to swallow. Some of the things he says is very, I think a lot of the things he says is for clickbait. It kind of helps people to start listening before he can actually put in his real message there. And what I'm happy about is his ability to turn any situation into a learning experience. So Charleston White calling CPS on Little King, in my opinion, should be a new standard in which whenever we see kids in a situation like Little King, we call someone, we make a report, we extend aid to that child to make sure that there's just not another brother out here falling victim to his circumstances or falling victim to the poor role models that are around him. So I commend Charleston White for that. I commend him for being that person within the black community to kind of, challenge the thinking process, in the sense where he's making snitching less of a provocative, there's this connotation behind snitching that no matter what it is or what it's for, it's just not supposed to be done, and I just completely disagree with that. Here you have a 10-year-old whose life could potentially be spared, and I think it's great that Charleston White is turning this situation into a learning experience for a lot of us. Calling CPS on Little King and Finesse2tymes, I think, is not only brave, but is needed within our community. We need more people to stand up and say, enough is enough. And whenever we see nonsense, we're going to report it and get those people aid and help, and kind of see if we can steer people, into a different direction. So you guys go ahead, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends. Please leave your comments. If there's anything that I didn't touch on that you think is important to mention as well, go ahead and drop that below. And let's just use the comment section as an open dialogue for us to share our opinions. And so I look forward to those. So y'all have a good night.